educationists have called on the government to use the language that they present a generation of youths understand to win their hearts and make them highly responsive to the development of the nation's economy. Speakers at the Rescuing Your Verbal Communication Skills, an annual program aimed at refining and advancing educators' communication skills in Lagos, noted that when there is noise interference in communication, the desired result may not be achieved. Hence, the government must change the narrative of communicating to youth and encourage them to make meaningful impact in their lives. The director, Pupils Star School, Lawal Ololade, noted that training of teachers will be a great push for both public and private schools, since they are the ones to pass out the message to the students. The convener, Victor Daniels, and the facilitator, Emmanuella Ogundipe, explained that training pupils in good communication skills will help them tackle the contemporary and emerging challenges that come their way in the future.
Because it has far-reaching impact. Now imagine you're training 100 teachers, which translates to over 1,000 or 10,000 pupils in your classroom. Now, for instance, all the teachers of Pupils Star School are actually here. Now, imagine the impact in the life of our over 300 children. You understand? He may not be able to train our 300 children, but he can train our 20 or 30 teachers who will eventually train the pupils. So it will go a long way. And if you look at it now, the major challenge in the country is the national protest, isn't it? Now, the major thing I feel is the government has not communicated well. Either not communicating the language the younger people understand, or people that they trust to pass the message. For instance, I'm the director of Pupils Star School. I don't go into the classrooms to teach. But I'm empowering my teachers who are going to have direct contact with the children. The same way the government can also empower the teachers in all of government schools who have direct contact with young people in their classrooms, in their communities, and all of that. So I think it's going to have a far-reaching effect if this is emulated by other schools, by the government at different levels, to reach out to the younger one, and most importantly, in the language they understand.
Building the right foundation and then helping them to build on it. The youth actually need programs like this, because when you know purpose, when purpose is not known, abuse is inevitable. When you know the purpose, why you're working, why you're doing what you're doing, it helps you to have a vision, a purpose, and then you run with that purpose. But when you don't know the reason why you're doing something, it's you have this tendency to either misuse it or abuse it. So I think the government could also help to build such communication things, because when there's a breakdown in communication, you're sure to have problems. You know, like the Chinese whisper we say, I tell you something, and then you pass it to the other person. And if it's not properly passed, before you get to the last person, the communication, what was initially said, is no longer what the last person will get. So it's good for us to have such programs so that we can help communicate the right things to them.
We focus more on effective communication. So the impact is very easy, because at the end of the day, these teachers will be equipped, they will be empowered, and they will give in actionable tips and tricks on how to speak properly, more especially the the spoken aspect of it. So it can rub off on the children, the adults, and so on in the society. Especially, you know, the language is a lingua franca. That means the common language we use. So when they find themselves in a formal setting, they won't feel timid. You know, imagine when a child grows, become adult, teenage. So when they are grounded with the way they speak, you find out that at the end of the day, when they face others who speak well or who communicate effectively, they won't be shy, because they've gotten that training from their teachers in school. So that's the effect it will have.